Okay.
Okay.
And where else did you teach?
My last position was at one of those revolting little progressive colleges in the East, where they offer a curriculum of what they call functional education. Well, educators, I am sure, have despaired of ever teaching students anything, so they have decided the second best thing to do is to understand them. Every day there would be a meeting of everyone on the entire faculty with whom the students ever came into any contact, from the president down to the chambermaids, and we would put our collective heads together to try to figure out why Jane or little Mary was not getting out of her classes what she should. The suggestion that perhaps she wasn't studying was too simple. And if you implied that she simply did not have the brains for our college education, you were being undemocratic.
You must have disapproved of that college.
My dear girl, I have disapproved of my entire life.
Really?
Yes, but I suppose I couldn't resist living it over again.
Did you resign from that position?
One day I decided I had had enough. I walked blithely into the dean's office and said, "Sir, I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Chicago. I studied at Oxford on a Rhodes Scholarship and returned to take my PhD at Harvard, receiving it with highest honors. I think I have the right to expect my students to try to understand me."
What did he say?
Oh, I didn't wait for a response. I walked out of the door and went to the railroad station, where I got a ticket for the farthest place I could think of, which happened to be Las Vegas. And I have been traveling ever since. It's a merry way to go to pot.
I had thought I might teach one day, but you don't make it sound very attractive.
Suit yourself. Don't let me influence you one way or the other.
Why, thank you, Dr. Lyman.
You're a lovely young girl.
Thank you.
Did you tell me you plan to go to Topeka tomorrow?
You mean today? Yes, I have a ticket to hear the Kansas City Symphony. They come to Topeka every year to give a concert.
You say, you stay with your sister there?
Yes. Then I take an early morning bus back here in time for school Monday. Then after school, I come here to work for Grace.
Didn't you say there's a university in Topeka?
Yes, Washburn University.
Washburn University, of course. You know, it just occurs to me that I should stop there to check some references on a piece of research I'm engaged in.
Oh, I've been to Washburn Library lots of times.
You have? Perhaps you would take me there.
Well,
I'll arrive in Topeka before you do, then meet your bus.
if you really want me to.
You can take me to the library, then perhaps we could have dinner together, and perhaps you would permit me to take you to the symphony?
Oh, are you serious?
Why, of course I'm serious. Why do you ask?
I don't know. Usually older people are too busy to take notice of kids. I'd just love to.
Then I may depend on it that I have an engagement?
Yes. Oh, that'll be lots of fun. I can't wait.
But, my dear, let's not tell anyone of our plans, shall we?
Why not?
You see, I have been married, and I am somewhat older than you, though perhaps not quite as old as you take me to be. Anyway, people might not understand.
Oh,
So let's keep our plans to ourselves, promise?
okay. If you think best.
I think it best.
That's real pretty, Virgil. Thank you, miss.
Isn't there some other way of getting back to Kansas City?
I'm sorry. The bus comes through here from Topeka. Can't get through either till the road's cleared.
I was just getting sort of restless.
Here, Elma, fill this up for me like a good girl.
Sure will.
Everybody behaving? Actually, I think you know what? I'm gonna go down the highway a bit and see if the men are getting on and thought they'd enjoy some hot coffee.
Good idea, Will.
And is everyone behaving for you?
Of course.
And Grace isn't down yet?
No.
I didn't see Carl anyplace outside. I suppose something could have happened to him.
I wouldn't worry about him, Will.
I suppose he can take care of himself. Thank you, Elma. Oh, Elma. Should you be wanting me, I won't be gone very long.
That dang sheriff. If it weren't for him, if it wasn't for him, I'd get Cherry right now, and
Where would you take her, Bo?
there's a justice of the peace right down the street. You can see his sign from the window.
Bo, you can't force a gal to marry you. You just can't do it. The sheriff's a stern man. He'd shoot you in a minute. If he saw what you were doing while he was on duty, why don't you just go over to the counter and get yourself a drink here like that professor?
I never did drink, and I ain't gonna let no woman drive me to it.
You don't drink, you don't smoke or chew. You ought to have some bad habits to rely on when things with women go wrong.
Burge, I hate to sound like some pitiable weakling of a man, but there's been times the last few months I've been so lonesome, I just didn't know what to do with myself.
It's no disgrace to feel that way, Bo.
How about you, Verge? Don't you ever get lonesome too?
A long time ago, I gave up romancing and I decided I was just gonna take being lonesome for granted.
I wish I could do that, but I can't.
Maybe I'm a sap.
Why do you say that?
I don't know why I don't go off to Montana and marry him. I might be a lot better off than I am now.
He says he loves you.
He doesn't know what love is.
What makes you say that?
All he wants is a girl to throw his arms around and hug and kiss. That's all. The rest of the time, he doesn't even know I exist.
What made you decide to marry him in the first place?
You ain't very experienced, are you?
I guess not.
I never did decide to marry him. Everything was going fine till he brought up that subject. Bo come in one night when I was singing that old black magic. It's one of my best numbers. And he liked it so much, he jumped up in a chair like a Indian. And he put his fingers in his mouth and he whistled like a steam engine. Naturally, it made me feel good. So, yeah, most of the customers at the Blue Dragon was too drunk to pay attention to my songs.
And you liked him?
Well, I thought he was awful cute.
I think he looks a little like Burr Lancaster, don't you?
Maybe. Anyhow, I never seen a cowboy before. Oh, I'd seen him in movies, of course, but never seen him in the flesh. Anyway, he's so darn healthy looking. I don't mind admitting it. I was attracted right from the start.
You were?
But it was only what you might call a sexual attraction.
Oh.
The very next morning, he wakes up and he hollers, "Yippee! We're getting married!" I honestly thought he was crazy, but when I tried to reason with him, he wouldn't listen to a word. He stayed by my side all day long, like a shadow. At night, of course, he had to go back to the rodeo, but he was back at the Blue Dragon as soon as the rodeo was over, in time for the midnight show. If any other fellow claimed to have a date with me, Bo'd beat him up.
And you never told him you'd marry him.
No, he kept telling me all week he and Virgil would be back the night the rodeo ended, and they picked me up, and we'd start back to Montana together. I knew that if I was around at the Blue Dragon that night, that's what happened, so I decided to beat it. One of the other girls at the Blue Dragon lived on a farm across the river in Kansas. She said I could stay with her, so I went to the Blue Dragon last night and just sang for the first show. Then I told him I was quitting. I'd been wanting to find another job anyway. And I picked up my share of the kitty, but darn it, I had to go and tell them I was taking the midnight bus. They had to go and tell Bo, of course, and he come down when he come in a little after 11, he paid him $5 to find out. So I went down to the bus station and I hadn't even got my ticket when here come Bo and Verge. He just steps up to the ticket window and he says, 3 tickets to Montana. I didn't know what to say. Then he dragged me under the bus and I've been on it ever since. And somewhere deep down in me, I got a funny feeling I'm gonna end up in Montana.
Tell me something, Verge. We've been together since my folks died. And I always wondered, maybe I didn't spoil your chances of settling down.
Nah, you never did, Bo. I used to tell myself you did, but that was just an excuse.
But you're looking after me since I was 10.
Well, I could have married up too.
Was you ever in love?
Once. Before I went to work on your daddy's ranch.
What happened?
Nothing.
You asked her to marry you?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, there comes a time in every fella's life, Bo, when he's got to give up his own ways.
How you mean?
Well, I was always kind of uncomfortable around this gal because she was sweet and kind of refined. I was always scared I'd say or do something wrong.
I know how you mean.
Well, it was cowardly of me, Bo, I suppose, but every time I get back from courting her and coming back down to the bunkhouse where my buddies was sitting around talking and playing cards and listening to music, I just relax, feel myself so much at home. I didn't want to give that up.
Yeah, gals can scare a fella.
I'm kind of ashamed.
You are?
Yes, I am, Bo. A fella can't live his whole life dependent on his buddies.
Why don't you like me, Verge?
Well,
Tell me the truth.
maybe you just didn't go about it right.
What do I do wrong?
Yeah, sometimes you sound a little bullheaded and mean. Yeah.
How's the fella supposed to act?
Well, I'm no authority, Bo, but it seems to me time you should be a little more gallant.
Gallant. I'm as gallant as I know how to be. You hear the way Hank and Orville talk at the ranch when they get back from sojourning in town about their women.
They just like to brag, Bo. You can't believe everything Hank and Orville say.
Is there any reason a gal wouldn't go for me as soon as she would for Hank or Orville?
They're a little older than you. They've learned a little more. They can be gallant with gals when they want to be.
I ain't gonna pretend.
No, I can't blame you.
But a gal ought to like me. I can read and write. I'm kind of tidy. And I got good manners, don't I?
I'm no judge, Bo. I'm used to you.
And I'm tall and strong. Ain't that what girls like? And if I do say so myself, I'm pretty good looking.
Yeah.
When I get spruced up, I'm just as good looking a fella as a gal might hope to see.
I know you are, Bo. I know you are.
The hellfire and damnation! Why don't you go back to the ranch with me?
Gee, you only loved him.
That's all everything, wouldn't it? But I don't. So I just can't see myself going to some God-forsaken ranch in Montana where I'd never see no one but him and a lot of cows.
No, if you don't love him, it'd be awfully lonely.
I don't know why I keep expecting myself to fall in love with someone, but I do.
I know I expect to someday.
I'm beginning to seriously wonder if there's some kind of love I have in mind.
What's that?
Well, I don't know. I'm only 19, but I've been going with guys since I was 14.
Honest?
Honey, I almost married a cousin of mine when I was 14, but Pappy wouldn't have it.
I never heard of anyone marrying so young.
Well, down in the Ozarks, we don't waste much time. Anyway, I'm awful glad I never married my cousin Malcolm, because he turned out real bad, like Pappy predicted. But I sure was crazy about him at the time, and I've been losing my head about some guy ever since. But Bo's the first one who wanted to marry me since cousin Malcolm, and naturally, I'd like to get married and raise a family and all them things. But
you've never been in love?
maybe I have and I didn't know it. That's what I mean. Maybe I don't know what love is. Maybe I'm expecting it to be something it ain't. I just feel that regardless of how crazy you are about some guy, you ought to feel it's hard to put into words. You gotta feel he respects you. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I should think so.
I want a guy I can look up to and respect. But I don't want one that'll browbeat me. And I want a guy who can be sweet on me, but I don't want to be treated like a baby. I just gotta feel like whoever I marry has some real regard for me, apart from all that loving and sex. You know what I mean?
I think so. What are you gonna do when you get back to Kansas City?
I don't know. There's a hillbilly program on one of the radio stations there. I might get a job on it. If I don't, I'll probably get me a job at Liggett's or Walgreens. Then, after a while, I'll probably marry some guy whether I think I love him or not. Who am I to keep insisting that I should fall in love? You hear all about love when you're a kid and just take it for granted. Like such thing really exists. Maybe you have to find out for yourself it don't. Maybe everyone's just afraid to tell you.
Maybe you're right, but I hope not.
Gee, I hate to go out to that cold powder room, but I guess I better not put it off any longer.
How defiantly we pursue love. Like it was an inheritance due that we had to wrangle about with angry relatives in order to get our share.
You shouldn't complain. You've had 3 wives.
Don't shame me. I love them all with passion. At least I thought I did for a while.
I'm sorry if I sounded sarcastic, Dr. Lyman. I didn't mean to be.
Don't apologize. I'm too egotistical ever to take offense at anything people say.
You're not egotistical at all.
Oh, believe me, the greatest egos are those which are too egotistical to show just how egotistical they are.
I'm sort of idealistic about things. I like to think that people fall in love and they stay that way forever and ever.
Maybe we have lost the ability. Maybe man has passed the stage in his evolution wherein love is possible. Maybe life will continue to become so terrifyingly complex that man's anxiety about his mere survival will render him too miserly to give of himself in any true relation.
You're talking over my head. Anyone can fall in love, I always thought, and...
But 2 people really in love must give up something of themselves.
Yes?
That is the gift that men are afraid to make. Sometimes they keep it in their bosoms forever, where it withers and dies. Then they never know love, only its facsimiles, which they seek over and over again in meaningless repetition.
how did we get onto this subject?
My dear, pay no attention to me, for whether there's such a thing as love, we can always pretend there is. Let us talk instead of our forthcoming trip to Topeka. Will you wear your prettiest dress?
Of course! If it turns out to be a nice day, I'll wear a new dress Mother got me for spring. It's a soft rose color with a little lace collar.
Oh, you'll look lovely, lovely. I know you will. I hope it doesn't embarrass you for me to speak these endearments.
No, it doesn't embarrass me.
I'm glad. Just think of me as a fatherly old fool. Will you? And not be troubled if I take such rapturous delight in your sweetness and youth and innocence. For these are qualities I seek to warm my heart as I seek a fire to warm my hands.
Now I am kind of embarrassed. I don't know what to say.
Then say nothing. Just nudge me and I'll talk endlessly about the most trivial matters. Oh.
Virgil, I wish you'd play us another song. I think we all need something to cheer us up.
Well, I'll make a deal with you. I'll play one if you'll sing it.
Let's have a floor show. Everyone here can do something.
A brilliant idea, straight from Chaucer. You must read Juliet for me.
Will you play for us, Virgil?
Well, I don't play opera music or any of that jitterbug.
Will you take part? It won't be fun unless we all do something.
Go on, Bo.
I never was no play actor, miss.
You can say that Gettysburg Address I was going
I
on
ain't
about.
gonna say it now.
Then why don't you do your rope tricks or something? Your rope's out on the bus. I'll go get it for you.
Nah.
Please? Road tricks would be lots of fun.
I ain't gonna get up before a lot of strangers and make a fool of myself.
Yeah, I guess he means it, miss.
Shucks.
Well, I don't see why you couldn't have cooperated a little bit, Bo.
I got too much on my mind to worry about doing stunts in here.
You'll sing for us, won't you, Sherry?
I will for a piece of pie and another cup of coffee.
Sure.
Virgil, can you play for me?
Well, if you start me out, I think I can pick out the chords.
And you'll read poetry for us, won't you?
Why, I intend to play Romeo opposite your Juliet.
Gee, I don't know if I can remember the lines.
Well, sometimes one can find Shakespeare on these shelves among the many lurid novels of juvenile delinquents. Here it is. 4 tragedies of Shakespeare with my compliments.
That's my seat.
If I read it over a few times, it'll come back. Do you know the balcony scene?
You can have it.
My dear, I know the entire play by heart. I can recite it backwards.
I got a costume with me. Is there a place I could change?
Behind the counter. There's a mirror over the sink.
She shines up to you like a kitten to milk.
Gee, costumes and everything.
Can I help it if I'm so darn attractive to women? Shucks, Bo, I don't mean nothing by that.
Maybe don't mean nothing to you.
She was just being nice to me because I was playing my guitar, Bo. Guitar music's kind of tender. And girls seem to like that.
Tender?
Yeah, Bo, girls like things to be tender.
They do?
Sure they do, Bo.
Fella gets tender, then someone comes along and makes a sap out of him.
Sometimes, Bo. But not always. You just gotta take a chance.
I always try to be a decent sort of fella, but I don't know if I'm tender.
I think you are, Bo. You know how you feel about deer hunting? Like, you never could do it. You never could any more shoot one of them sweet little deers with their big sad eyes than you could jump out of boiling oil.
Are you making fun of me?
Nah, I'm not making fun of you, Bo. I'm just trying to show you that you got a tender side to your nature, same as anyone else.
I suppose I do.
Of course you do.
Then how come Cherry don't come over and talk sweet to me like she does to you?
Well, you got a tender side, Bo, but you don't know how to show it.
I don't.
Nah, you just don't know how.
How does a person go about showing his tender side, Verge?
Well, I don't know as I can tell you.
Will you go first, Virgil?
Sure, it's all right by me.
Okay, then I'll act as master of ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace's Diner tonight presents its gala floor show of celebrated artists from all over the world. The first number on our show tonight is that musical cowboy, Mr. Virgil.
Blessing.
Virgil Blesson, who will entertain you with his guitar.
There is a young cowboy who lives on the range.
I think you got me all wrong, Cherry.
Don't you come back here. I'm dressing.
Cherry, I think you misjudged me.
Be quiet. The show started.
Cherry, I'm really a very tender person. You just don't know. I'm so tender-hearted, I don't go deer hunting. Because I just couldn't kill them sweet little deers with them sad eyes. Ask Verge.
I ain't interested.
You ain't?
No. And furthermore, I think you're a louse for coming over here and talking while your friend is trying to play the guitar.
You talk like you thought more of Verge than you do of me.
Would you go away and let me be?
Cherry, did I tell you about my color television set with 24-inch screen?
1,000,000 times. Now go away.
And rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. No more just now. I'm ready to rest you to do something.
But she cares how tender I am, Verge.
That was swell, Virgil. Are you ready?
I consider myself so.
Will you be our prompter?
Well, sure. It's kind of funny writing, though.
Gee, why don't we use for a balcony?
That offers a problem.
What is it these folks are gonna do, Verge?
Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Now, this Romeo, he was a great lover. Bo, you watch him and you pick up a few pointers.
I'm ready.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Whew! Arise, fair.
Shush up, Bo.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness a playing of the balcony scene from Romeo and Juliet. Dr. Gerald Lyman will portray the part of Romeo, and I'll play Juliet. My name is Elma Duckworth. The scene is the orchard of the Capulet's house in Verona, Italy. This is supposed to be a balcony. Okay?
He
Romeo, oh Romeo,
jests at
wherefore
scars
art
that never felt a
thou,
wound,
Romeo,
but soft
deny
with
thy
light through
father
yonder
and
window
refuse
breaks.
thy name.
It is the
Or if
east
thou
and
wilt
Juliet
not
is the sun.
be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold.
Bold, he's drunk.
'Tis not to me she speaks, two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return.
Ah, me!
Oh, speak again, bright angel, thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned.
I don't understand all them words, Vern.
It's Romeo and Juliet, for God's sake. Now will you shut up?
Wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is not hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What?
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be newly baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself.
Because it's an enemy to thee.
My name is hateful to myself.
Dr. Lyman, what's the matter?
My dear, let us not continue this meaningless little act.
Did I do something wrong?
You couldn't possibly do anything wrong if you tried.
I can try to say the lines differently.
Don't. Just tell your audience that Romeo suddenly is fraught with remorse.
Marriage, if that's the way to make love, I'm gonna give up.
I'm afraid he isn't feeling well.
But I tried to prompt him.
Well, we've only got one more number. Are you ready?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next number is Mademoiselle Sherry, the international chanteuse. Direct from the Blue Dragon nightclub in Kansas City, Sherry.
Okay. Remember, no table service during my numbers.
Okay.
Okay. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me.
Ain't she beautiful, Vern?
Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me.
I'm gonna get her, Vern.
Stars fading and I linger on, dear. Just craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this.
I made up my mind. I told myself I was gonna be a gal. That's the only
Sweet
reason I
dreams till
took the rodeo.
Sundays find you.
There's the answer.
Bo, will you
Sweet
hush up
dreams
and
that
let me
leave
be?
all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little
Anything I ever wanted in life,
dream
I went out and I got, and I ain't gonna stop now. I'm gonna get her.
You ain't got the manners God gave a monkey.
Jerry!
And if I was a man, I'd beat the living daylights out of you. And that's what some man's gonna do someday. And when it happens, I hope to be there to see it.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou? Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Oh, Dr. Lyman, Dr. Lyman.
Oh, that man's in a pretty bad way over there. Let's get him on this bench over here.
I was telling Burge I love you. You ain't got no right to come over and slap me.
Let me be.
Oh, no you don't, no you don't. We're going down, wake up the justice of the peace, and we're gonna get married tonight.
Virgil, help! Help, Virgil!
Shut up. I'll make you a good husband that you won't never have nothing to worry about, or be sorry about either.
Help! Sheriff! Help me! Help! Help me!
Put her down, cowboy.
Get out of my way!
You're gonna do as I say.
I'm not gonna have no one interfering in my ways.
Bo, you can't do this. You can't pick a fight with the sheriff.
Ah, yes I can, my God, mister. There ain't no man ever got the best of me, and there ain't no man ever gonna.
I'm ready. I'm Will. Let's
I know this is gonna happen all along.
Gee, I better call Grace. What the hell's going on here? Grace, you're fighting. Honest, it all happened so suddenly.
Oh dear. Oh, gee, I never wanted to cause so much trouble.
Ooh, woo! Looks like Will's getting the best of him.
So fine.
Oh, yeah, I'll put my money on Will Masters anytime. Will's got it up here. Look at that cowboy. He's free and he just swings wild. I don't want to watch anymore. God, I love a good fight. Come on, Will, come on. Give me the old uppercut. That'll do it every time. Oh, what I tell you. That cowboy's down. Will's putting handcuffs on him now. Whew. We'll give him first aid. He always does.
Well, gotta admit, he had it coming.
Well, I'm glad they got it settled outside. Remember the last time there was a fight in here? I had to put in a new window.
It takes strong men and women to love. People strong enough inside themselves to love without humiliation. People big enough to grow with their love and live inside a whole, wide new dimension. People brave enough to bear the responsibility of being loved and not fear it as a burden. I never had the generosity to love, to give my own private self to another, for I was weak. I thought the gift would somehow lessen me. Me! Oh, Romeo, Romeo, I am disgusting.
Dr. Lyman, Dr. Lyman.
Don't bother, dear girl. Don't ever bother with a foolish old man like me.
You're not a foolish old man. I like you more than most people I've ever known.
I'm flattered, my dear, and pleased, but you're young. In a few years you will turn from a girl into a woman. A kind, thoughtful, loving, intelligent woman who could only pity me. For I'm a child, a drunken, unruly child, and have nothing in my heart for a true woman.
Let me get you something to make you feel better.
No, no, I shall seek the icy comfort of the restroom.
Ella, honey, what's the matter? What was he saying to you, Ella?
Miss, would you help us? The sheriff says that if you don't hold charges against Bo, he'll let him get back on the bus and if it ever gets out of here.
So he can come back here and start mauling me again?
He won't do that no more. Miss, I promise.
You promise. How about him?
I think you can trust him now.
That's what I thought before. Nothing doing. He grabs a hold of a woman and kisses her like he was Napoleon.
Now, miss, listen, if he was to know that I ever told you this, he'd never forgive me. But I gotta say, you're the first woman that he's ever made love to at all.
Ha! I'm sure I believe that.
It's true, miss. He's always been kind of shy as a rabbit.
My God. I had no idea.
Just take my advice. Don't meet him in Topeka or anywhere else.
I won't, Grace, but honest. I don't think he meant anything by it. He's just someone who shouldn't drink as much. You all right, Dr. Lyman?
I'm an old man, my dear. I feel very weary.
Let him sleep it off. That's all you can do.
Grace, for Christ's sake, who threw up in the back of the back house?
Oh, God.
Come on, Virgil. Let's go.
I'm awfully glad you're gonna help him, miss. I really appreciate it.
But if you're telling me a fib just to get him out of jail, I'll never forgive you.
It's no fib, miss. You're the first girl that he's ever made love to at all.
Well, I sure ain't had that honor before.
Still dead.
I'll be glad when y'all get out of here and I can go to bed. I'm tired.
What's wrong? Had enough of me, baby? Kinda glad the highway got blocked tonight.
You are?
Gave us a chance to be kind of acquainted, don't you think?
Kinda.
Just pulling in here 3 times a week and pulling out again in 20 minutes always left me. I just wonder what he was like, Grace.
I always wondered about you too, Carl.
You did?
Yeah, but you don't need to go babbling anything to the other drivers.
What? What makes you think I do any?
Shoot, I know how you men talk when y'all get together. Worse than women.
Well, not me, Grace.
I certainly don't want the other drivers on this route, especially some of them, getting the idea that I'm here to serve more than what they can order over the counter.
Sure. I get you. But, you kinda liked me. Right, Chris?
Maybe I did.
Yeah?
You know what I liked about you, Carl? It was your hands. I like a man with big hands.
You got everything, baby.
Alright, one of the highway trucks just stopped by. They won't be long now.
Oh, I hope so.
Everything peaceful around here?
Yeah, well,
Cowboy? If you're holding up any grudges against me, I think you ought to ask yourself, what have you done if you were in my place? I couldn't let you carry on that little lady there when she didn't want to go with you, could I? Could I?
I don't feel like talking, mister.
Well, I couldn't. I think you might also remember that this little lady, if she wanted to, she could press charges, get you sent to the penitentiary for violation of the Mann Act.
The what act?
The Mann Act. You took a woman over state lines against her will.
Well, that'd be a serious charge, Bo.
I loved her.
That don't make any difference.
A man's got a right to the things he loves.
Not unless he deserves them, cowboy.
I'm a hard-working man. I own my own ranch. I got $6,000 in the bank.
A man don't deserve the things he loves unless he can be a little humble about getting them.
I ain't gonna get down on my knees and beg.
Being humble ain't the same thing as being wretched. I had to learn that once too, cowboy. I wasn't quite as old as you. I stole horses instead of women because you could sell horses. One day I stole a horse from the wrong man, the Reverend Pearson. I never thought I'd get mine from any preacher, but he was very fair. He gave me every chance to put myself clear, but I wouldn't admit the horse was his. Finally, he did what he had to do. He threshed me to within an inch of my life. I'll never forget. This was the first time in my life that I had to admit that I was wrong. I was miserable. Finally, after a few days, I decided the only thing to do was to admit to the man how I felt. Then I felt different about the whole thing. I joined his church, and we've been bosom pals ever since, until the day he died a few years ago. Has he done what I asked him? Has he done what I asked him to do?
Not yet, Sheriff.
Why should you be so scared?
Who says I'm scared?
You gave me a word, didn't you?
I'm gonna do it. If y'all just give me time.
But I warn you, it ain't no good unless you really mean it.
I'll mean it.
All right then. Go ahead.
Miss, I'd like to apologize
what for?
for causing such a commotion.
You needn't apologize to me, cowboy. I like a good fight. You're welcome at Grace's Diner anytime. I mean anytime.
Hey, thanks. I must have acted like a hoodlum. I apologize.
That's all right.
Thank you, miss.
I'm awfully sorry we never got to see those rope tricks.
Ain't much. Have I gotta wake up the professor to apologize to him too?
You could overlook the professor.
Alright. I can't do it.
Oh, Bo.
I just can't do it.
Why not?
She has no respect for me now. She saw me beat.
You gave me your promise. You owe that to the girl, an apology. Whether you got beat or not, you're gonna say it to her, and I'm not letting you get back on that bus. Or
Go on, Bo. Go on.
Well, I'll try. Cherry! Cherry.
Yeah?
Cherry, it wasn't right of me to treat you the way I did, dragging you onto the bus, trying to make you marry me whether you wanted to or not. You think you could ever forgive me?
Well, I guess I've been treated worse.
Cherry, I got you here, and I think I ought to get you back in good style, so, so take this.
Did the sheriff make you do this?
No, that was his idea, miss.
That was-
But I think that's a good one.
Thank you. That was his idea, miss, but I think it's a good, my own idea. Yeah. Like, no, okay. No, by God, he didn't say nothing about giving you money.
Yeah, that was his idea. But I think it's a good one.
You don't have to give me this much, Bo.
I want you to have it,
Thanks. I could sure use it.
and I wish you good luck, Cherry, honestly, I do.
I wish you the same, Bo.
Well, I guess I said everything that's to be said, so long.
So long.
That wasn't so bad, was it, son?
I'd rather break in wild horses than have to do it again.
How's your headache, Grace?
Huh?
A while back, said you had a headache?
Oh, I feel fine now, Will.
Okay. You have a nice walk there, Carl?
Yeah, sure did.
Well, I think maybe you better go back upstairs there. Someone took your overshoes and left them outside Grace's apartment.
Nosy old Snoop.
I'll have me a cup of coffee, Grace, and one of those sweet rolls.
Come on over to the counter now, Bo, and have a bite of breakfast.
I ain't hungry, Burbage.
Maybe a cup of coffee?
I couldn't get it down.
What's the matter, Bo? You ought to be feeling pretty good. The sheriff's just let you go, and
I might as well have stayed in the jail.
what kind of talk is that? The bus will be leaving pretty soon, and we'll be back at the ranch in a couple days.
I don't care if I never see that dang ranch again.
Bo, you worked half your life earning money to build that thing up.
It's the lonesomest damn place I ever did see.
Yeah, I never thought so.
It'd be like going back to a graveyard.
Bo, look, I heard Hank and Orville talking about the new school marm who lives over in Stebbins. They say she's quite a looker.
I ain't interested in no school marm.
Give yourself time, Bo. You're young, you'll find lots of gals. Gals that'll love you, too.
I want Cherry.
Yeah, Bo.
Go get yourself something to eat, Burge.
My God, the lights are up. Grace's Diner. It is? Okay, I'll tell him. Road's cleared now, but you're gonna have to put on your chains because the road's awful slick.
Damn. All right, folks, road's clear. Bus will be ready to leave as soon as I get the chains on. Should take me about 20 minutes, unless someone wants to help me.
I'll help you.
Bo,
Yeah?
I just wanted to tell you something. Well, it's kind of personal, kind of embarrassing too. I ain't the kind of gal you thought I was.
What do you mean, Cherry?
Well, I guess some people'd say I led a real wicked life. I guess I have.
What are you trying to tell me?
Well, I figured since you found me at the Blue Dragon, you just took it for granted that I had other boyfriends before you.
Yeah?
Yes, Bo. Quite a few.
Well, Virgin told me that, but I wouldn't believe it.
Well, it's true. So you see, I ain't the kind of gal you want.
Dr. Lyman? Dr. Lyman?
where am I? Oh, it's you.
How do you feel?
What a sweet awakening, dear girl. That's not a polite question. How long have I been asleep here?
A couple hours.
Sometimes nature blesses me with a total blackout. I seem to remember absolutely nothing after we started our performance. How were we?
Marvelous.
Oh, I'm glad. Now I'll have a cup of that coffee you were trying to force on me last night.
All right. Can I fix you something to eat?
No, nothing to eat.
Oh, Dr. Lyman, you must eat something. Really.
Must I?
Oh, yes. Please.
Well, very well, for your sweet sake. I'll have a couple of 3-minute eggs, some toast and orange juice. But I'm doing this for you, mind you, just for you.
I'm gonna go help that driver with his chains, Bo. You stay here and take care of your hand, okay?
Alright. Cherry, would I be molesting you if I said something?
No.
Well, since you brought the subject up, you are the first gal I had ever anything to do with.
I never would have guessed it, Bo.
Yeah, you see, I lived all my life on a ranch, and I guess I didn't know much about women, because they're different from men, it turns out.
Well, naturally.
Every time I got around one, I began to feel kind of scared. I didn't know how to act. It was aggravating.
You wasn't scared with me, Bo.
When I come into that nightclub place, you was singing, and you smiled at me while you was singing, and winked at me a couple of times, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I guess I'm kind of green, but no gal ever done that to me before, so I thought you would sing your songs just for me.
You really kind of did attract me, Bo.
Anyway, you was so pretty and you seemed so kind of warm-hearted and sweet. I felt like I could love you, and I did.
Bo, you think you ever really did love me?
Wow, Cherry, I couldn't be familiar with a gal I didn't love.
All right, bus headed west. All aboard. Next stop, Topeka.
How you feeling, cowboy?
I ain't the happiest critter that was ever born.
Well, just 'cause he ain't happy now, it doesn't mean he's not gonna be happy tomorrow. Feel like shaking hands now, cowboy?
Well,
Go on, Bo. He's trying to be friends.
I just want you to remember, there's no hard feelings. So long.
so long.
I'm going home now, Grace. See you Monday?
So long, Will.
Thanks for helping me out, Will. I'll be out of here as soon as I finish up these reports.
Alright. Hey, Montana's not that bad of a place, miss.
I know. A nice fella, Bo.
Maybe I'll think so someday about him.
Well, maybe better boarding the bus soon, Bo.
Cherry?
Hi, Bo.
Cherry, I promise not to molest you, but if you was to give your permission, it'd be alright. I'd like to kiss you goodbye.
You would? I'd like you to kiss me too, Bo. I really would. Oh, Bo, I think this time when you kiss me, it ought to be different.
Oh? When you kiss someone for serious, it's kind of scary, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
It didn't look like he was molesting her now.
I could tell you with all honesty that this was the most delicious breakfast I've ever eaten. But it wouldn't be much of a compliment because I have eaten very few breakfasts.
It's my favorite meal.
Ah, dear girl, let us give up our little spree, shall we? You don't want to go traipsing over the streets of the state's capital with an old reprobate like me.
Whatever you say.
I shall continue my way to Denver. I'm sure it's best.
Anyway, I certainly enjoyed knowing you.
Thank you. Sometimes it is so gratifying to feel that one is doing the right thing. I wonder that I don't choose to always.
What do you mean?
Oh, I was just rambling. You know, perhaps while I am in the vicinity of Topeka, I should drop in at that hospital and seek some advice.
Sometimes their patients come in here. They look perfectly all right to me.
Friends have been hinting for quite a while that I should get psychoanalyzed. I don't know if they had my best interests at heart or their own.
Golly, I don't see anything the matter with you.
Oh no, young people never do. However, I don't think I care to be psychoanalyzed. I rather cherish myself as I am. Goodbye, my dear. You were the loveliest Juliet since Miss Jane Cowell.
Thank you, Dr. Lyman. I feel it's been an honor to know you. You're the smartest man I've ever met.
The smartest?
Really are.
Oh yes, I'm terribly smart. Wouldn't it have been nice to be intelligent?
Hey, you know what I heard about the professor? Detective at the bus terminal in Kansas City is a buddy of mine. Learned about that professor before he got on the bus. You know what he said? Said the policeman in Kansas City picked the professor up for loitering around schools.
Honest?
Then they checked his record. Found he'd been in trouble several times for getting involved with young girls.
My God, did you tell Will?
Sure, I told him. They ain't got anything on the professor now, so there's nothing Will could do. What gets me is, why does he call himself a doctor? Is he some kind of phony?
No, Carl, he's a doctor of philosophy.
What's that?
It's the very highest degree there is for scholarship.
You'd think he'd have philosophy enough to keep out of trouble.
Sorry to see you go, baby.
No, I told you, I'm tired.
You know, sometimes they get me thinking, what the hell good is marriage? Where you have to put up with the same broad every day, look her in the morning, try to get along with her while she's in a bad disposition? This way suits me just fine.
I got no complaints either. Incidentally, are you married, Carl?
Now, who said I was married, Grace? Who said it? You just tell me and I'll fix it.
Relax, relax. See you day after tomorrow.
You might get surprised what can happen in 20 minutes. All aboard!
He still never said whether he was married.
Cherry,
Yeah?
I've been talking with my buddy, and he thinks I'm virgin enough for the two of us.
Honest? Did Virgil say that?
Yeah, and I like you are, Cherry, so I don't know how you got that way. So I don't care how you got that way.
Oh God, that was the sweetest, tenderest thing that's ever been said to me.
Cherry, it's kind of hard for a fella after he's been turned down once to get up enough guts to try again.
You don't need guts, Bo.
I don't?
It's the last thing in the world you need.
Well, anyway, I just don't have none now, so I'll just have to say what I feel in my heart.
Yeah?
I still wish you was going back to the ranch with me more than anything I know.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Why, I'd go anywhere in the whole world with you right now, Bo. Anywhere at all.
Yeah, you would? You would?
I knew this was gonna happen all the time.
Gee, I didn't.
Hey, Virgil, did you hear that? Yahoo! We're getting married after all. Cherry's going back with me.
Ain't it wonderful when someone so awful turns out to be so great? We're getting married. I'm going to Montana.
Hey, all aboard, let's move it!
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, Virg, you old raccoon.
Now look, Bo. Listen to me for a second.
I'm gonna pull you both out then. Come on, Doggone it. We wasted enough time. Let's get going.
Listen, Bo. Now just be quiet just a minute. And you gotta hear me, Bo. You don't need me no more. I ain't going.
You ain't what?
I ain't going with you, Bo.
Well, what do you know about that?
It's best I don't, Bo.
Just one blame catastrophe after another.
Listen, I got another job in mind, Bo, where the feed's mighty good and I'll be looking after cattle. I meant to tell you about this a long time ago, and
First, I can't believe you'd leave your old sidekick. You're joking, man.
nah, it ain't a joke, Bo. I ain't joking.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Virgil, I wish you'd come. I liked you. Before I ever liked Bo.
You know Cherry likes you, Verge. It just don't make sense. You're not coming.
I'm doing the right thing. I know I am.
Who's gonna look after the cattle?
Hank. Hank's every bit as good as I ever was.
Ah, Verge, I don't know why I have to pull a stunt like this.
Yeah, you better hurry, Bo. Driver's not gonna wait all day.
Oh,
Doggone it.
Ah.
You're my buddy and I ain't gonna let you go. You're going with Cherry and me because we want you.
Nope. No. Let me be, Bo.
Bo, you can't do it that way. You just can't. If you don't want to go, you can't make him.
But Cherry, there ain't a reason in the world he shouldn't go. It's plumb crazy.
Well, some people have their own reasons.
Okay, well, I just hate to think of getting along without old Verge.
In a couple of weeks, you'll just never even miss me.
Ah, Verge.
Get along with you now.
Virgil, will you come and visit us?
I'll be up in the summer.
Where are you gonna be, Verge?
I'll write you the address. We don't have time to do this all now. It's a nice place. It's mighty nice. Now hurry, get on that bus of yours.
Alright, so long, old boy. So long.
Bye, Bo. Goodbye.
Yeah. Come on, Cherry, let's make it fast. You're gonna freeze out there.
Oh. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Mister, we gotta close this place up now if Elma and me are gonna get any rest. We won't be open again till 8 o'clock when the day girl comes on. Next bus through is to Albuquerque at 8:45.
Albuquerque, huh? Well, I guess that's as good a place as any.
Poor Dr. Lyman.
Did you hear what Carl told me about that guy?
No? Who was it, Grace?
Well, according to Carl, they run him out of Kansas City.
I don't believe it.
Honey, Carl got it straight from the detective at the bus terminal.
What did Dr. Lyman do?
Well, lots of old fogies like him just can't yet let young girls alone. So it's a good thing you didn't meet him in Topeka.
Do you think he wanted to make love to me?
I don't think he meant to play hopscotch.
Gee!
Next time any guy comes in here and starts getting fresh with you, you come and tell your Aunt Grace.
I guess I'm kind of stupid.
Everyone gotta learn. Now, Monday for sure, I gotta order some cheese.
I'll mind you.
Thank you, honey. Elma, honey,
Yes?
I could kill Will Masters for saying anything about me and Carl. I didn't want you to know.
I don't see why I shouldn't know, Grace. I don't want to be a baby forever.
Of course you don't. But you're still a kid, and I don't want to set no examples of anything. Do you think you can overlook it and not think bad of me?
It's not my business, Grace. Sure, Grace.
Because I'm I'm a restless sort of woman, and every once in a while, I gotta have me a man just to keep myself from getting grouchy.
Not my business, Grace. Just think, he wanted to make love to me.
Now, don't start getting stuck on yourself.
I'm not Grace, but it's nice to know someone can feel this way.
You're not gonna have any trouble. Just wait till you get to college and start meeting all those cute boys.
Alright, I'll wait.
You can run along now, honey. All I gotta do is empty the garbage.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night, Grace. See you Monday. It was very nice knowing you, Virgil. I just loved your music.
Thank you, miss. Good night.
We're closing now, mister.
Any place warm I could stay till 8 o'clock?
Now that the police station's closed, I don't know where you could go unless you wanted to take a chance of waking up the man that runs the hotel.
Nah, I wouldn't want to be any trouble.
There'll be a bus to Kansas City in a few minutes. I'll put up a sign and they'll stop.
No thanks. No point going back there.
But I'm sorry, mister. But you're just gonna have to be left out in the cold.
Well, that's what happens to some people.
Well, okay, so a very short business meeting. So, should take, yeah, we'll say it. So we have, two plays already scheduled for next year. What? We already have 2 plays scheduled for next year.
Awesome.
It's awesome. So Lenny and,